Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chillin Like a Villain, the podcast where I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. And I legit forgot about this 20 minutes ago, and I just remembered I had the podcast today. So this is funny. Anyway, today we have three fabulous guests. So let's get right into it and introduce them. Our first guest. They like to draw a lot of things. They draw a lot of things. They like to make things canon for Inanimate Insanity. Which, by the way, shippers prepared, because if they draw something that ship art, it's going to be canon. Anyway, it's Cakebrunch.
Hello. That's quite the introduction. Thank you.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's me. That's the gist of it. Thank you.
Anyway, our next guest, they are a fabulous creator that's been around in the community for quite a bit. They just uploaded the first episode of their new object show just, I think, a couple of days ago, I believe. So here he is. It's LorenTzel.
What's up, guys? What's up, chat? How's it going?
Yay!
It's me, Lauren.
It's nice. How you both doing?
We're both fantastic.
And I believe that's all our guests today.
I think so too.
That's all our guests. There's nobody else. There's no one else. No.
Yeah, there's three of us.
There's only us three.
All right, let's get started.
Oh yeah. There's the beast in our chat right now. Hold on. Let me get the animal. Hey, animal, move. Go away.
Can't believe you forgot the most important crew member. What
this stream wouldn't have gone off if we didn't have Whoop.
Yeah.
Fine, let me do your quick introduction quickly.
Okay.
He animates for Inanimate Insanity. It's WoopDoo.
Hi, I'm WoopDoo.
They do animate.
I do indeed animate. That's my thing.
He also animates a joke show about a pizza place that's not even in the UK.
They only made one episode.
It was one episode.
It was a really good episode, though.
Half of it was just me monologuing about getting pretzel crust pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that made it really good.
I guess. Okay.
How are all three of you today?
I'm just hanging out. I just got some pizza for lunch today.
I haven't eaten anything because I woke up an hour ago.
Me too. I'm a little bit
Well, I mean, I feel like it's a Saturday, you know? Everybody's got to wake up in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Someone just said in chat, Lauren from Awesome.
That's me.
Yes,
my one
them.
defining quality.
Yeah, you're not a person anymore. You're just a character from a show. Sorry.
I've been reduced to my basic form.
I've been having people DMing me like, hey, can I use you as a person, as a character in my show? And I'm like, no, I'd rather not.
I think one of my favorite things since I put my persona in OSO is all those object crossover videos that pop up here and then. I'll just see my persona in them since I was a competitor in OSO, and I laugh every time. It's just I
need to ask, how does a human work? We had got David Dora and all that shit, but how does you being an OSO work exactly?
Well, in OSO is supposed to be more. It's there's a lot of object characters, yes, but there's also characters that are not objects in the universe of open source objects, if that makes sense.
Censored.
Yeah, so it's not really that complicated when you think about it. There was that one part, was it episode 2, where I go to the bar and
all the other organizers are in the bar.
Are in the bar. Yeah. It's kind of that. Pretty much the world of open source objects is open to pretty much anything because it's open source. Get it?
I mean, to be fair, if you were to go into that bar, would that mean whatever you sit on or whatever you drink is already alive?
No.
Cannibalism?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, so weird
Man went to a pizza
introduction.
place in episode 3. That wasn't cannibalism.
Huh.
Fair. Oh my god, this is a weird start to the stream.
Weird.
Also, WoopDoo is currently going through a cough right now, so if you hear that a lot, blame WoopDoo.
Yeah. I have no one to blame for this but myself.
Thanks, WoopDoo.
Thank you, WoopDoo, for
And
ruining
could you
the
have a cough?
stream.
You're welcome.
Anyway, no, let's see what everybody's saying in the live chat right now. Everybody's just saying it's WoopDoo. Somebody just said, wow, it's the wee Scottish laddie. Thanks. A lot of people are excited that Lauren is here. Like, I love that we've got love for WoopDoo and Lauren and not for Cakebrunch. Like,
No,
why not?
that's fair. That's fair.
No.
Charlie only
Why-
gets
why
so
is
much love, and it's when
Why
the
is there-
comics
why
release,
is there
and he
no
did
love
that
for
yesterday.
Charlie?
I only
Why
get
is there
loved
no love
one
for
day in a
Charlie?
month. It's just one day in a month. It's fine. That's it.
I'm guessing that love already happened then.
Yeah, it's over.
I read the most recent comic. I liked it a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. I made that.
Oh no, like no, I say that as well. I legit said to Charlie before we started that I loved it.
I
Anyway,
made a
with that being
cameo in it.
said-
Try and find it.
Oh yeah. They made me put them in it. And
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
make you
slam
do
this onto the
anything.
screen.
forced to put WoopDoo in the comic. This is so sad.
Anyway, with that being said, let's get to the questions. While I do my questions, live chat can put questions for you free as well. It could be any type of question. It could even be stupid. It could be asking why is WoopDoo sus. But
Let's not ask that, actually. I think I got enough of that yesterday on AD's
Sorry. I'm
advertisements.
sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
it's your fault.
I'm sorry. I'm sus.
alrighty,
My
so let's get into it. So obviously, like all three of you contribute to Inanimate Insanity in one way or another. Not all for the same reason, but you've all got like some sort of like connection to the show, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you first join the team for Inanimate Insanity, and
Right.
what got you?
Who wants to
accepted?
go first?
Lauren, you
let's
were the
go-
first to join out of the three of us.
I
say
was
you should start.
I'm the definitely the most veteran II member here, but we're all kind of like, this is a very like odd pairing of Inanimate Insanity crew members because we all do like different things for the franchise. If that makes any sense, you know?
I know, but,
So-
but having all three of you here is cool. Anyway, because it's
Yeah.
amazing.
So the way I joined Inanimate Insanity is unlike pretty much anybody else who joined II. I think it was around episode 11. I've told this story a lot, but episode 11, I just like me and a couple friends really loved like ragging on the show because of how like it looked. We really didn't like the assets at all. Like for spanning from 1 to 11. We kind of, it was like an in-joke with like me and a couple friends that like II assets always were just like terrible, which to now looking back on it, they're not that bad, but like there were still some like things that were like funny to like think about, you know? But then being my like young self, I messaged Taylor like some like meme or something about like marshmallow like in her shading. And he was like, "Oh, that's funny," or just like some like reacting to some kid online who was just like DMing the creator of a big show, you know. But then that later led down to the line of me like saying, "Hey," I like showed him some of my artwork. I was like, "Hey, I'm really good at making assets," and he was like, "Oh, do you want to try like cleaning up some of these characters?" And he gave me like a flash file that had like a bunch of like miscellaneous Inanimate Insanity characters in it, and I was like, okay. So I spent like all night like reworking the assets for like that portion of the cast, and then they were like, Taylor said, "Oh wow, this is pretty good," and then I was eventually, after a couple more months, offered the job to work as like a prop and character designer for the show. And this was going on, I think, while auditions for the show were going on, and I didn't even have to. What's really funny about how I got hired is I kind of skipped the audition process. Like I didn't have to put forward like a animation audition or anything like that. They just hired me. They're just like, yeah, you can come on. I was like, oh, okay. And they offered me a position as like a prop designer and like odd jobs I can do, and I also animate. I animated for episode 13, and that was really fun. And yeah, that's basically how I stumbled my way into the Inanimate Insanity building. But yeah.
See, the way I had joined the team was, I mean, I guess it's sort of similar in some ways in that I didn't make an actual audition for it. I had put together this like little demo reel of animation stuff I had done, and I put like the first 4 seconds of an audition I was working on at the beginning because I was really lazy and didn't want to finish it. But then the Core 4 had seen it, and they're like, yeah, that's okay. Hey, you want to do this test scene? And then I did it, and then I eventually got hired, and episode 13 was my first episode, whereas Loren, your first episode was 12, right?
Yes, my first episode was 12.
Because you had also done voice acting for that as well.
Yeah, I was Traffic Light. I forgot about that. I always forget I voiced Traffic Light. Like it was like my first like voice role in an object show was Traffic Light, and it was really just we didn't have a voice for him, and Taylor was like, "Okay, Loren, you can do it." I'm like, "Oh, awesome!" Then I just screamed into my microphone for like a couple lines.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like you just got hired then just after auditioning, and now you just cannot escape from this. It's like you're known as the Inanimate Insanity.
I'm definitely with II till it's done.
Yeah.
I just think it's really funny that it was a situation of like you were making fun of their assets, and they're just like, "Well, you make your own then."
Yeah, I basically told Taylor like, "Your show sucks. I'm better than you," and he hired me.
It's like you were their worst critic, and then they hired.
I mean, it's kind of how it went.
Charlie is like the one of the three of us that was actually approached by one of the people in the Core 4 to work on the show, and not like
yeah, tell us about that, Charlie.
Yeah, so like I was like a popular fan artist on Tumblr for like 2 years, a little bit over then. And like near the end of June last year, like Justin DM'd me on Tumblr like, hey, we were interested in making a comic series, and we wanted to ask you first if you wanted to make them. And I'm like, of course I want to do that. So I guess it wasn't that complicated. I worked on the first comic with pretty much exclusively Justin, just like figuring out the style and the writing and everything. But eventually I got to talk with all the Core 4 about them. And then, yeah, that's so I'll make them. I don't know, it's not that complicated. I just think it's funny that I was like DM'd on Tumblr and I didn't really have to approach them.
It's like interesting how people get hired for like web series like this, you know? It's a bunch of like different like interconnecting like webs that you can find somebody on. So it's just really cool to hear the stories.
Yeah.
No, it's just like I would just love that though. It's just like used to had to audition. It's like Charlie's just over here, just like I actually got asked to come in.
But we didn't even need to audition. We didn't really make auditions. We were just kind of given work to do.
My audition was just like Taylor sent me like portions of the cast, and I remade them.
I mean, my quote unquote audition was like the one test scene that was like a deleted scene from episode 11. And I had to reanimate that.
I mean, I guess my audition was just all the art I'd posted before, I guess.
Fair enough. Alrighty, our next question is actually for Cakebrunch. Well, Charlie.
Cakebrunch, oh my god.
I know. So just to ask you, how did you came up with the style that you used for the Animate Comics? Like, obviously... Usually people like to go through a process of like going for an art style before finally coming up with the art style they use now. So
yeah, I like for most of my art I was using like a different style. Like the lines were definitely not it was like less soft, I guess. It was like I think what originally made them want to approach me was because I made like a different comic in kind of like a lineless painty style. It was like about Pickle and Taco, and I was originally gonna make it look like that, just like lineless. But when I was making the first comic, paper kept on blending into the background, like the white part of Hotel OJ, and like that's why there's like lines in the comic, just because of the few panels that he's in front of that white part. So that's pretty much it. I don't know. It's like pretty much just my style, but with different lines.
I really like the brushes you use.
Thank you. I really like doing them because I don't know. I just like the painted style and like that I'm not doing something exactly like the show. It's like
I like how you create your like own interpretations of like how the characters look, you know.
Yeah, like some of them are a bit different, and I'm glad I get to do that, and I'm not like confined very much.
You don't have to
Imagine
use
being an artist.
You don't have to use the crummy assets.
Who made those?
Assets. Oh my gosh.
I mean, one of the things what I done was researching was also finding the comic that apparently Justin found, which was the taco and pickle one.
Oh yeah.
Like that. No, like when I was reading that, I was like, "Oh my god, this actually looks really good." No wonder he got in.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I was not expecting that to just be like the catalyst for me getting to do this. I just made it for fun and all.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Our next question is actually for WoopDoo now.
All right.
WoopDoo, so obviously you not only animate, but you actually do some music stuff as well, which is like making your own songs and stuff. So what got you into making music?
So with my very recent passion in music, it just sort of like over this last year in particular, I've been listening to a lot more music than usual because I've had a lot more free time on my hands, considering, you know, the world shut down temporarily and everything. And I've found a lot of inspiration from like particular underground scenes and everything. And I guess it mostly like really started back in like September when I first started try and put together Fiery Fest. Like I was going to a lot of different like virtual music festivals, and I'm like, that's cool. What if this community that I'm a part of had one? So I started putting together one, and through that, I wanted to try and expand my own musical projects beyond just mashups, because that's what I've mostly been doing for several years. And very recently, I've been doing... I still mostly do mashups, but I've been working on more self-produced stuff recently. And I actually have a remix album that's coming out in a couple weeks after I have this one performance at another one of those virtual festivals. So I guess keep an eye out for that if you're at all interested in it.
Yeah.
Definitely would listen out because your music is absolutely really nice as well. So,
well, thank you.
No problem.
Agreed.
Alrighty, Lauren, it's your question. The next two questions is actually for you.
Oh boy.
It's about your new show, After Schooligans. Just clap and chat. Our first question here is what was the idea you came up with After Schooligans?
All right, so this was back in elementary school is where it all began. I was a crummy old kid in elementary school, and I did not pay attention in class, and I instead drew faces on my school supplies. And I had these characters since middle school. So like I had like a collection of just random ass school supplies that I just like had drawn faces on, brought them home, and like kept them in a box for like a long ass time. And then I found BFDI. I like watched BFDI, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is kind of like the characters I made like forever ago. And I hadn't drawn them in like forever because I kind of like I like by the time I found BFDI, I was like uninterested in art anymore. I kind of like stopped like drawing and stuff like that. Like I wasn't really interested in it more. But then I saw BFDI and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to draw again. Like I want to create artwork and stuff like that. So I kind of like repurposed these characters and made them into objects. like originally all the characters didn't have limbs; they just had faces, which is really funny to think about. Like now, they were just kind of like puppets. And I repurposed them. I gave them all limbs, and I that was back in like 2000, like. Well, it was before TWOW. I think it was around 2014 is when I did that. And then in 2016, I joined the community officially, like the OC. And that's when I kind of started like realizing I could make an object show. So like the series has always like been a thing since 2016. I just finally like I've had like a lot of like ideas for the series. There was originally the like this 4-part, like it was originally going to be a 4-part miniseries where like go on this big grand adventure, and it was really like it was a lot more like one, like how one structures like its episodes. There was a lot more of a like mystery like aspect to it. But then like somewhere along the line, I got the idea of like, what if they were all in like an early 2000s classroom? So it like looped back around to elementary school and like me playing with like drawing, like the drawings of like school supply, drawing on my school supplies. And then like eventually I got some people together to do voice acting, and I wrote one script, but then I threw it out, and I wrote the second script, and that's the one that made into the actual episode. And yeah, I basically just set aside like a few months to animate the whole thing by myself, and after about 5 years, I finally have an episode for this series that I've had for so long. So yeah, that's basically, it's like been like a part of my life since like I was super young. So that's where it all started.
Alrighty. And the second question I've got ready here is, obviously your show is actually not like what other object shows is. It's not like a game show. It's more of a real life what objects do when students aren't around, if that makes any sense, because obviously they said it's like in the classroom.
Yeah.
So the question is like, how did you came up with that idea for the show?
I think really what pushed me to do that was cartoons like on TV. I just took a lot of inspiration from like just actual like live, like big budget cartoons, like on Cartoon Network and stuff like that. And also I was really just driven by the fact that like I wanted to be original. Like I've seen so many objects that are competition shows, and I was like, I'm kind of tired of this. Like I want to make my own like cartoon, but with these object show characters, you know? So like I said, I just thought like, wouldn't it be funny if they were all really like tiny, like actual size of like pencils and pens, and shoved in this like classroom all together and just like doing crap together. So that's basically like where it stemmed from, I think.
I mean, you legit just took object shows literally, like an object.
Yeah,
show.
yeah, that's what's fun about it, right? It's like it's really like a object show, you know.
Most object shows, the characters are all objects, but it doesn't really like take advantage of the fact that they are.
Like nobody's taken advantage of like the medium, I guess. Is like, yeah, or at least I haven't seen it yet, you know.
Fair enough.
So.
Alrighty. Next question is actually for all of you now, so you can all get active again. When did you all first join the community?
WoopDoo, you go first.
Okay, so I had actually answered this question last night in AD's stream as well. So
yeah,
the story is fresh on my mind. But back in like 2013, 2014, I was very big into My Little Pony, and the way that I had discovered II before BFDI, because there was this one like Sparta remix that used My Little Pony sources alongside II, and I saw this little blue tissue box, and I'm like, what? That's silly. That's a tissue box with limbs. I want to see what that's about. And so that same night, I just sat through and watched the entire series up to that point, which was to, I think episode 6 of season 2 had just come out. So this was early 2014. And a few months later, I watched BFDI and then sort of went down the rabbit hole of all of the older object shows back then. And now I'm just sort of here. I don't know how I became a well-known figure in the community. Just kind of happened.
You're here and we can't get rid of you.
Yeah, no matter how hard you try.
All right, Cakebrunch, what about you?
I'm like pretty relatively new because I started watching BFDI in like early 2018 actually. Because I just like saw fan art of it and I'm like, wow, that looks neat and cute. I guess I'll watch it. And then, you know, I watched II after that. But yeah, I guess it's not that complicated. I just watched it, started making fan art of it. Became a bit of a well-known figure, I guess. That's weird. But yeah.
Nice. So I like I said, I had discovered BFDI like a while ago, but I never like talked to anybody in the community. So when I was watching BFDI, I didn't really consider myself like in the community. I more really got into the OSC through TWOW. So like once the TWOW Discord like popped up, I like joined it pretty quickly because I wanted to talk to like TWOWers and stuff like that. And then that's like the beginning. It was like August 2016 is when I like when I worked my way in, you know. And it just kind of like it just branched out from there. I met like a bunch of cool people, got like several jobs, made my own object show, and here I am today in 2021.
Everyone in TWOW is really cool. All the TWOWers that I've met, at least. Like I was gonna sign up for it, but when that had opened, I was on vacation, so I couldn't because
I was
had
also gonna
limited
sign
Wi-Fi.
up for TWOW. I just didn't. I was too scared.
Jesus
It was
Christ,
very
TWOW's a whole
interesting.
name. I honestly forgot TWOW existed because obviously obviously I don't think it's an ongoing thing now. It got cancelled, didn't it?
No, it's
Well,
still
it's not entirely canceled.
Just
Carrie's
have to wait
just
until
been
Carrie
taking
gets
the-
off his
been a
ass
while.
and does it.
He's a very busy guy. Very understandable that he's
Yeah,
taking a
like
while with it.
it's understandable he's been busy and stuff like that. It's just like I honestly forgot it was still going on for a while.
Oh, it's still kicking.
Fair enough. Alrighty, I'm going to just pause my questions for a bit and just go to the live chat questions.
All right.
See if
Right.
we've got any.
All right, chat.
Alrighty, looking at the chat now.
Only ask me questions.
Okay, here we go. We've got one for Lauren. Hey Lauren, I've got a question for you. Since After Schooligans, what gave you the idea to make the show? Like any short cartoons that gave you the idea? I think we already answered this one.
We already covered that one.
I mean, were you inspired by any other shows apart from like obviously BFDI and all that for this? Like anything specific?
I think one show that really inspired me was probably like Kids Next Door.
Kids Next Door is really good.
I think like the underlying themes of Kids Next Door were really like what I was thinking about when making the series, and also like everybody's pointing out how it's like Toy Story, and like yeah, I kind of get that. It is a little bit like Toy Story, I would say. I mean, like Toy Story isn't like my favorite movie in the whole world, but it's like a cool concept, and I feel like I like grafted off of that concept of like a bunch of like real world objects like coming to life. But at the same time, it's like that's just BFDI.
Fair enough. Another question for you is: how did you get the idea of Eraser from your show to have a nose?
Oh yeah, okay. So Eraser, I drew a nose on the Eraser when I was in elementary school, and I just kept it like that. It just like that character just has always had a nose, and even when I saw BFDI and like none of them had noses, I still was like, this just feels wrong. He looks like bad. He looks like he has like a forehead. if he doesn't have a nose. So like I just kept the nose on him for a while, like since elementary school, and that was just because I doodled like a funny looking face on an eraser, and that just kind of stuck. It's been like that since like 2007.
Oh, 2007. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much how Eraser got a nose. I know it probably looks a little weird in the style, but you know, I like it. I think it looks good.
Fair enough. Hopefully there's more questions for Charlie WoopDoo. Or actually, here's one for everybody. From Super Circuit, what characters do you voice in object shows? I'm guessing they're asking what characters we voice. So, I mean, I don't believe what are you actually voicing stuff.
Well,
apart from a joke show.
Charlie voices in my work, and that's because I make him.
Yeah, the only voices I've done have been in Whoop stuff. I voiced a red piece in the 15-minute object show mini in Silver Alvin. And I haven't done any serious voice acting. All of it was improv, so I don't think that should count.
I mean, you never know. You might get asked to voice in people's shows. So you never know.
Oh, that's not to say I don't want to. I think that would be fun. I do have acting experience, but I haven't done any voice acting really.
Acting experience. Could we just put a pause on this question real quickly and just ask about that? What do you mean acting experience?
Oh, just like, you know, school plays, community theater, not like voice acting, just like on stage and stuff.
No, that's actually quite cool.
Yeah, I've done a lot of that. I haven't been able to recently, unfortunately. Yeah, you do too.
And I have done it recently, and it's been really tough in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
Having drama experience is fun, especially when I did take drama in my school and got about a B for higher. So
yeah, it's very fun. I definitely peaked when I played Chef Louis in The Little Mermaid. That was fun.
Alrighty, well, going back to the question now. What doing, Lauren?
Whoop, I don't know like what characters you voice act.
Okay, so there's this one. I've honestly forgotten a lot of them, but there's this one playlist of like object shows that I've voiced and animated for, so I'm gonna go to that. So my first voice acting role was in Last Object Standing, where I was the replacement for Lettuce and Aspirin when Webs dropped out. But that episode never came out, and it's probably for the best, because I was 12 years old voice acting for what was supposed to be an adult-oriented show. And that's not the best way to start off.
Because I heard rumors about you being in the next episode, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, there was one clip that I think Ivan had animated that was of Lettuce, and that was the one taste of my voice acting that we ever got to see for that.
All right.
But yeah, after that had come BFOD and Object Terror, which is not the best way to start those two shows. And then there was I've had like little smaller cameo roles in some shows. Like I was I think I was Lemony in Object Lockdown episode 7. I played Jellybean for a couple episodes in Object Invasion. I voiced Roof Tile in Object Explosion because I'm sort of the reason that Roof Tile exists in the first place. And I voiced Flipbook for Challenge to Win, season 2.
Yeah.
I voiced Map in Modern Objects, which is probably one of my favorite roles I've done.
Oh yeah,
and
I really like you as Map.
Yeah.
And another one of my favorite roles to do is Santa Hat for Paper Puppets Take 2, which is one of the only roles that I still play, except in the most recent episodes she hasn't said a word, so I'm just kind of sitting back.
I mean, if anybody has any voice requests for WoopDoo, you can put it in chat.
Okay, let's not do that. But also, I have had small roles in BFB as Clip and 5. I mean, 5 wasn't in the show, but you know.
All right.
Yeah.
And then Lauren.
I voice characters in my own show. I am in there. I am pencil, eraser, glue bottle, pin, and Sharpie marker. Those are all fun, but those are just kind of like extensions of like my normal voice. But then I also do 10 characters and object filler again, so that's like a fifth of the cast. And I can't. I'll try to list them all out. It's Flag, Bushy. Let's see who else is there. Flag, Bushy, Pink Marker, the teenage girl. That's a really good name. Dirt Pile. Club Penguin logo. Happy Meal, yeah, that's one. Let's see, 4 more. Who else is there? Oh yeah, FCF logo. Entire SSG cast. How could I forget about that? That's my character. Let's see, 2 more. Oh yeah, blue iPhone plug. And the last one is Trashy. Yeah, so I voice 10 characters on there, and I really like voicing for OFA because I kind of just get to like have fun the whole time. Like a lot of the characters are like funny like voices, and I'm really glad that like I made them like that. And then besides those 2 shows, I did light Traffic Light in episode 12 of Inanimate Insanity, and I am kind of the unofficial official voice actor for Bomb now in Inanimate Insanity.
You did
I did him.
word.
Yeah, I did him in the comic, and if Bomb ever shows up again and has to say something in like an episode, I am like pretty sure it's gonna be my voice.
Fair enough.
I want to make Bomb say things.
In terms of like cameos, I think like I was in Dunkel's old show. Do you remember that? Are you too young in this community?
What? I thought we established I joined this community earlier than you. You said you came in
you did?
2016.
Well,
I was here
Dunkel made a
2014.
show based on like something old that like Carrie and Michael did.
Are you talking about Rush Hour Elimination?
Yeah, Rush Hour Elimination.
Yes,
I
I am aware of that. I loved Rush Hour Elimination.
Yeah, I was one of the cars in Rush Hour Elimination. I haven't talked about that series in a while.
It's very charming.
It is very charming. And I think that's it pretty much. I voice in like my friends' object shows, and like I haven't really been in anything else.
Fair enough.
I would love to do like a voice role in like BFB if I ever get the chance to. That would be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty. Our next question is for Lauren again. What is your let me say this right. What is your favorite Cartoon Network show?
So I have a lot of like favorites, but my for sure number 1 would have to be Courage the Cowardly Dog. I love that show so much, and I love its creator. That show is just like perfection.
That was the shit, and back in the day, that was the shit.
Yeah, for sure. I just really like the characters, and like the style of the show is really fun, and I really like all the stories. It was really funny too. Yeah, so that's my favorite.
Why is this only a question that Lauren gets to answer?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, why is Lauren for this one? Yeah, so why don't you two answer as well?
No.
Charlie, do you want to go first?
I'll go ahead. I really like Chowder. That's a Cartoon Network show, right?
That's a good one.
That is my favorite. I love Chowder so much. There's also the new one, Mau Mau or whatever it is. I think that one's cute.
Oh yeah, Mau Mau is cool.
I heard about the show. I don't know. I haven't watched Cartoon Network for a while. Like after Steven Universe, I was like, yeah, I'm done here. But how is Mau Mau?
I really love it. It's very cute and very anime inspired. It's very I don't know. I really like it.
With newer Cartoon Network shows, I'd have to say that my favorite is Unikitty. But like, if we're talking about Cartoon Network shows
Unikitty
as a whole, I would have to say Powerpuff Girls.
Nice.
Can't go wrong with Powerpuff.
Original or reboot?
Oh, the original.
The original, obviously.
Thank God, because I was preparing a gun, and I was about to point.
Nah,
at
they meant the
WoopDoo,
reboot.
like,
Oh my
No.
God.
say the original. Say the original.
Reboot is the worst. I do not want to think about
I'm
that
gonna say this right now.
existing.
Like, there has not been a single reboot on Cartoon Network that was good. There's not been a
No.
single reboot on there that's actually good.
There
Oh,
could be
that's
one someday. You don't know.
We don't know yet, but for right now, there's not. I mean, Ben 10 was bad. Powerpuff Girls was bad. Teen Titans Go is apparently getting reviews. I don't know why that shit is apparently good, but it's not.
I think
It's
Teen
not
Titans
compared
Go
to
works for what
Teen
it
Titans.
is, being just a mindless baby show. I don't think it's that bad. I just think it's not good if you compare it to the original. But like as
yeah.
a show, it's fine. It entertains babies.
And I don't particularly like how they just tease like, oh, if you watch your new movie, we'll bring Teen Titans back, and then what happened to that.
Yeah.
All right, so next question is from Yang Yang YT. What did you think of the finale of BFB? I think this is for all of us, but I believe WoopDoo already answered this back on AD stream, I believe.
I mean, I can
don't know.
answer it again because I'm the one person here who was actually a part of the production of it, and
Fair.
you know, it was. I remember when I was first like reading the storyboard, I was just like. I had seen like the ending scene and the description of, you know, Fiery and Leafy going towards the sunset again and how that parallels with the ending of season 1. And I was just thinking this is going to be a very strong conclusion. And I think it was. I think it worked very well for what it was trying to accomplish. And Sam did an amazing job with the writing, as always.
Mm-hmm.
The entire team did very good with putting together the visuals, especially considering we had so little time to do it. Like, we still worked on all of it in less than a month, even if we had a bit more time to do it this time. It was crazy.
Alrighty, Charlie and Lauren.
Charlie, what'd you think of it?
I honestly don't have like super strong opinions on BFB. Like, I do watch it and I enjoy it. I actually thought the finale was really good. It was very cute. I was kind of tired when I watched it, but I feel like everyone said this, but the scene where Ruby hits Balloony is really funny.
Yeah.
Fusion did a very good job executing that. I think it's very funny.
I had to pause for a second. It was really good. I don't know. The whole thing is really good. I like it.
I mean, I'm just gonna say this right now. Because the fact that I'm gonna say this right now, and then I'm gonna give my reason. I actually hate BFB finale, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right?
And that's okay too. You know,
No,
most
let me tell
people
you why.
either love or
Let
hate
me
the
tell you-
recent BFB stuff.
And let me tell you why. I actually planned one of my episodes of of my podcast legit the day on like the release. And I was expecting like the finale to be uploaded like a way later, so I was like, okay, right. If I do this now and finish before the finale comes out, then we'll have a good episode. And then what happened was the minute we started, the episode dropped, and I was like, what the fuck? So
that's
not
funny.
only did we not get any views, but we wasted an hour watching the finale, which it was good. I still have a couple of opinions about it that I think could have been like a bit different, but like it was still a good finale. I love the conclusion of it all. I do believe the biggest growth out of everybody in that cast was definitely Flower.
Yeah.
Like she had the best growth out of everybody. From being the first eliminated main character to basically what we got in our finale, which is somebody who has grew from her actions from season 1 and even season 2, even though BFDIA didn't finish.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's weird to think about that because, like, even in early post split, you would still see hints of Flower just being the same mean stereotype from season 1. So, like, I feel like the growth there could have been a bit more gradual over time. But,
yeah.
you know, I'm still glad it happened. I'm glad she became a character.
Yeah.
I think my biggest problem with it though is just the fact that it was so fucking long. like
It was 43 minutes.
It was 43 minutes, yeah. But I
Well, I mean, that's just a little bit shorter than BFDIA 5. We've had episodes of BFDI that have been just that long.
BFDIA is, I feel like, a better watch though.
Yeah.
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 And even then, one of them was a fucking game. One of the parts was a game that you can't even play anymore.
Yeah. So sad about that.
Yes, R.I.P. to Flash. Anyway, no, but like, I just feel like it could have been cut like at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh no, I think it could have been.
It could have.
Yeah.
I still think it was a good episode. I do think it's a good finale. I just wished it was a bit shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Nothing wrong with
shorter. There's
nothing wrong
like
with the writers and all that shit because like they did great, and especially the fact that they did listen to the fans because of obviously they did have bad episodes beforehand, and they listened to the fans and tried to improve it, and that's what I like about the Object Show fandom is that they do listen to the fans. Like some creators actually do listen to the fans and try to improve on what they've got.
Personally, I'm fine with the length, just considering the fact that BFB has a lot of animators, and with that amount of time, it gives everyone plenty of work to do, because for several episodes, it's been a case of we have too many animators and not enough scenes, so this allowed for everyone to... most people even got more than one, myself included, so that was very nice.
Alrighty, well, let's get moving on. Again, I don't know why this is just given to WoopDoo, but question for WoopDoo: what is your? Let me just do this. Favorite BFB character? I'm just doing that way because they're not spelling favorite right. Favorite.
All right. So, if we're talking post split, my favorite is Gelatin. But if we're talking about BFB as a whole, like pre split and post split, I would have to say Bottle, and then second would be Naily. And now you other two can also answer that question.
I'm curious on Bottle.
Yeah, why Bottle?
I don't know. Bottle's just like a really fun character to me. She just like doesn't care about what's going on around her. She just wants to have fun.
She's silly.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's how we prevented death. And Bubble is dead.
She's very oblivious to her surroundings, but it's fun to watch, and the dynamics that she has with other characters sometimes is interesting because like with the other members of Death Pact like actually taking their roles on the team seriously, and then in Teapot she just leaves like, wait, I didn't want to do this.
I mean, I'm gonna answer the question as well, but I'll let you two answer first.
Well, I really like Blocky. He's good. I just like mean characters, I guess. And I also like Pen and Eraser, just like the whole trio of them.
Yeah,
Definitely my favorite.
You like the boys, you know.
The boys.
The boys.
Yeah, they're good. I also do like Gelatin. He's good.
All right, I'll go. So all the homies know that my favorite character in every season has been Snowball. Even in BFDIA. No, I'm just kidding. BFDIA, I think definitely is Puffball for me. That was just fun.
You like Puffball and BFDIA? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, Puffball was always really good. I don't like how they just forced her to be mean in episode 5.
No, like that's the thing. Like I think one of the biggest problems, and this is not just with BFD, this is not with like Jack and Jellyfin, like other object shows do this, is like they force a character to become mean just to get them out. Like they done it like back in like even back in like post split of the BFB, like Pencil was just forced to be mean.
Well, I think like Puffball definitely had like a good reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't. I have to in my eyes, it didn't really feel that forced.
Yeah, she did have motivation, but it just seemed it very much seemed like, oh, we want to get her out because we don't want to vocode the voice anymore.
Maybe, I don't know. But besides Snowball, I'm a big Bracelety fan. I think Bracelety was cheated out of the game pretty early on.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And I really like Fanny too. So
Fanny's great.
Yeah. Those are my top 3 for sure.
Alrighty, and Charlie.
Charlie,
Answered.
Yeah, now you gotta answer because you
Oh,
said you
Charlie
wanted
already
to.
Your
answered.
turn.
Oh yeah, fair.
You're Charlie.
Well, are we just talking overall or just BFB?
Just
Hmm.
BFB. Or like
Okay, so
I
I
mean,
gotta
like-
say, like, post-split BFB, I'm gonna say Coiny, because I loved, like, this...
Coiny's
like,
a good pick.
Coiny
'cause,
wasn't in post split. He's in Teapot.
No, like, before the split, like, fuck. I don't know, pre-split, that's
pre-split.
it. I was,
Okay.
like, fuck, I couldn't think of that. Like, pre-split Coiny, because Coiny, like, if you guys remember the scene between Coiny and Penn,
Yes.
from, like, when Loser was still in the
One
game
of
and
my
stuff like that,
favorite
that was,
scenes from the
that's,
show.
like, one of my favorite scenes, like,
That's
I
a good one.
just loved their dynamic. And like I just love them as like that's just a thing. I'm not gonna say like I'm one of those people who ship them and stuff like that, but I do think they
I'll
have a
say
great
I am.
friendship.
I'm not ashamed of it.
I'm not ashamed of it. Yes, but I'm very happy with their friendship and it's really nice to see.
Yeah.
But post split, I'm gonna say Teardrop.
Yeah,
Teardrop
Teardrop
is
deserved to get into final 2.
Yeah, like this is
I
the
love
thing.
Teardrop.
Like this is the thing. I love Gelatin, I love Flower, but I really wanted Teardrop to win just because like they are a silent character and like they've done so much for Teardrop this season.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's like for a character who didn't get that far in BFDI and like for a character that doesn't even speak that much, like she got really far. She got so far in the game and to the point of top 3. Like that is really impressive for a character that never speaks.
Yeah, like most object shows that have the silent character, all it is just, oh, they don't talk. That's funny. Laugh now. But I mean, Post Split did have some of that, but you know, near the end, they did start treating Teardrop like an actual character, and I really appreciated that. She had things that she liked doing. She was mischievous. She had friends. She was a character.
Alrighty.
God.
Also, here's a WoopDoo question. WoopDoo, do you cabbage?
Yes. Next question.
Next question. For Charlie. Question for Charlie.
Hello.
Sorry if this was asked before.
Do you
Out of
cabbage?
Inanimate Comics you've published, which one was your favorite?
Oh, my favorite. I don't know. I think that usually just like the most recent one I've made is my favorite, at the very least visually, because I just like get better and more used to making them as I go along. So, and in the latest one, I very much appreciated it not being as orange as usual. It's very pink, which was a nice change. So I guess looks wise, it would be Snowbow right now. But I do have a soft spot for letters because that was like
Oh yeah.
that was very much character stuff that I got to do, and I could talk about it for a while. I have thoughts about it, and that was like the one I was most nervous to put out. And I also got to give my favorite character lines, which was also very cool. I don't know. I guess I'd have to say either letters or Snowbow.
Who's your favorite character?
Pickle, whatever. I like him.
Next question, AO, and then an II related question, but what is your guys' involvement and or reaction about Inanimate Insanity season 3? This can be answered by everyone. I'm going to just say this real quickly before I do give an answer. My reaction is actually on YouTube, so go to Artificial Deluxe's channel and it's there. That's all I'm going to say. That's my answer. You free, honey, go.
See,
Nice.
Charlie didn't do anything for High 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't
know.
I feel
Didn't know.
I probably should have, because I don't know, I might want to make like post season 3 comics where it's like, oh no, half people left the hotel. That's an idea. But it does say reaction to, and the first time I watched it, I was very tired.
Yeah, I had called Charlie like at 11:30, and he had
Pretty
just
usual.
woken up.
It was like
really funny. To just
it
see
was
his
like around 9
deadpan
for
reaction and
me.
everything.
I was just like very tired, being like, "That's a reference."
Uh-huh.
But, like, yeah, I like rewatched it later though, and I think it was a delightful time, and I'm very interested to see where they go with it.
With my
yeah,
involvement in II3, I believe that I was like one of the one of the first people that Adam had told about everything, because like I don't think any of the other animators had been informed, but he had told me when we were working on Seize the Day, because as you know, with the style of animation that we're going for with II3, it's very similar to the shorts that we've put out, like Seize the Day and Waffling About, and yeah, I just think I think it's a really fun style to work with, and I'm hopeful that people will get used to the new format of like how the characters look and everything, because I think they look very good. Big props to Loren for doing that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I made all the characters.
Oh, I really loved hearing you talk about the colors and how you designed them. That was great.
Thanks. Yeah, I talked on the Why We Made season 3 video on my process for like how I designed all the characters, but yeah, I was like the first one who knew about it. The Adam and Taylor were just like, "Hey, we're making season 3," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And they just kind of were like, "Yeah, we're doing this." And I was like, "But what about season 2?" And they were like, "No, it's still happening." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I got you." So they came to me and like, "Can you design the entire cast actually?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do that." And they gave me the old characters. They said they wanted redesigns for every single character, and I was like, "Bet." So I did that, and then they showed me the new contestants, and I made those all too. And there were some disagreements at some points. Cabby looked a little different from how they wanted it to look. Still think mine was a little bit better, but besides that, it was pretty good. We got through the cast pretty quickly. And yeah, I really enjoy how they all look together. I think it's a really good looking season.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to answer 3 more questions before we go on our break for 10 minutes. This will give us time to stretch our legs and stuff, because I don't like to make people suffer by sitting around too long. I do other ways. But for our next question is from Ensign Animations. Do you guys have a favorite music artist?
Yes, a lot of them.
I have a lot.
Where do I even start? Okay,
100
Gex,
okay,
Food House, Fax Gang. There, those are my 3 favorite bands.
Yeah, we'll end it with your WoopDoo there. Charlie, do you have any?
Oh, I really like Lemon Demon and the Scary Jokes. Yeah, those are probably my 2 favorites. I also like Whoop's music. They make music that's very good.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
All right.
I think I see. The thing is I jump around a lot whenever I listen to music. My favorite genre I know is like 80s disco, but like my
yes,
my favorite musician I think is probably Breakbot. He's this like French DJ who tours around a lot, and he's made a lot of original songs, and he also makes a lot of mixtapes that I listen to like constantly. So that's probably my favorite artist. But I also really like ELO. It's a pretty good band,
I'm one of those people who
all the oldies. I'm an oldie.
I'm one of those people who doesn't really have a set in stone taste. Just like put music in front of me, I'll listen to it and say, "Yep, that's music."
No, I'm the same. Okay, so I don't know what to say, because like my music taste like changes like every 2 days. Like it just changes. It's like one day I could be listening to like something from Electro Swing, and then the next thing I'll be like listening to something from the 1970s. But so I don't know what I should say. For currently, I'm currently listening to a musical which Tipper's Wallaby got me into, which is Be More Chill.
Oh, I love musicals. Gosh.
And one of my favorite songs out of that one is Pitiful Children, and as well as Michael in the Bathroom. But I think my all-time favorite artist is got to be gonna say Panic at the Disco. Don't call me a goth.
Brendan Urie's got a good voice. Very understandable.
Oh yeah, and Mooney also says that I like Lady Gaga. Yes, I'm the typical gay. Anyway, so
Okay, Lady Gaga is also good. You know,
Lady Gaga
I feel
is
like
really good.
liking popular artists is not bad. If it's music you like, embrace it, and don't let other people tell you that you can't like it. Because I like a lot of weird stuff.
That just reminds
One of my favorite bands right now does like hexed music, which is all entirely bit crush stuff, but it sounds good to my ears, so I listen to it and I embrace it by making my own music that sounds like that.
Alrighty, and we're gonna just quickly answer one more question real quickly before we go on our break. This is from Snowy Packle. Which, hey Snowy, they asked, do you guys watch object shows by any chance?
No,
Maybe once or
suck.
twice.
Maybe one.
Never have.
Oh, Brian's in chat. Hi, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, Brian. What's up, man?
Oh, and also
Hi.
AD's in chat as well. We've also got
Hi,
AD in chat as
AD.
well. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to go on our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Do you guys have anything to say before before I remove you from the room real quickly?
That's very good. Yes, I agree with that.
You summed up my thoughts.
That's best words. Anyway, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Later.
Just going to be putting this on screen for now. Also, just to let you guys know, if you haven't subscribed to any of them or if you haven't seen their work, please go and do so. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you guys then. And we are back. Just need to just check in chat right now. Did say we were just going on break, guys, so no need to ask where we are. Anyway, also Lauren, please look in the private chat, please. So first of all, we're going to bring our guests back real quickly. So, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Get out my tablet.
There we are.
Oh shoot, that's me. Hi.
It is.
You're all back. You're all back from the dead. Alrighty, so we've got a bit of either or here for our game. Lauren, are you able to draw on anything? Lauren?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted.
Are you able to
Muted
draw
it when I
anything?
left. Yeah, I got my drawing tablet plugged in.
All right, okay, brilliant. So we have our two drawers then. So we're going to play a bit of Object Pictionary. Yes!
Yay!
So we're going to need two pairs. So I believe we're in our pairs. Just going to put the drawers on top and then the guessers on the bottom.
Yeah, that's me.
So our two pairs are going to be myself and Lauren versus Cakebrunch and WoopDoo.
But
I think this makes sense. I think this makes sense of our
Yeah.
guessers. Alright, so here's how this game is going to work. For the drawers, the drawers going to go first and start drawing any object from any object show. And the guesser needs to guess what the object is and what object show they come from. If they can guess the object, they get 1 point, but if they can guess the show, they get 2.
Oh
If that makes
man!
sense.
oh,
All right, I'm gonna have to look up some obscure picks for this one.
Yeah,
Don't
Lauren,
because-
you know a lot more of the obscure object shows than Charlie does.
oh.
This is gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
We're
Is
going to
the-
do.
Is
We're
the goal
going
for the partner not to guess? Or
No, so basically, currently your goal is to make sure your partner knows what you're drawing before the other person knows.
Okay.
So
Got it.
you basically don't want me to know what you're drawing, and Lauren obviously doesn't want WoopDoo to know what you're drawing. If that makes sense.
Right.
We'll do a couple of rounds, and whoever gets up to let's say we'll do 3 rounds and see what goes on. And the pair with the most points at the end of the game will win. What will they win? Bragging rights, of course.
Awesome,
Just
bro.
a warning ahead of time, I do not have the best internet, so when we start doing screen share and everything, I might get kicked out of the room, but I'll join back as soon as
Fair.
possible if that happens.
That's fair. We will put on a timer as well, so that's way Cakebrunch and WoopDoo also ain't taking their sweet ass time to draw this.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And that if neither of us gets what they're drawing, then we can just skip to the next round. Well, to the next drawer, if that makes any sense. That way we aren't dwelling on the same drawing for about 20 minutes. That
Right,
makes sense.
right. I gotcha.
So the way this
I'm
works is that Charlie's going to tell me what he's drawing, and I have
No,
to guess
no,
what Lauren's
no.
doing?
Nope. We don't know what they're drawing. Right?
Okay.
So Charlie's basically going to draw an object from a character from any object show.
Got it.
Also, hi Joyce, you do. So I'm just gonna do that. But yeah, basically draw any character from any object show. Please keep it in mind. Don't change it midway.
Of course.
No cheating. But we're gonna have 1 minute and 30 seconds on the timer.
All right.
And do I have to guess what the
Lauren, you don't guess. Neither does Cakebrunch. You guys are just drawing.
Oh, okay.
You So basically, Lauren, you're trying to basically draw something that I'll know that WoopDoo won't.
Okay, I understand.
That makes sense for you?
So me and you are a pair, and
And the
Charlie
other
and
two are
Whoop
pairs.
are- Okay.
So we're against the two people who. Yeah.
I got it.
All right.
Fair enough. Alrighty. So does this make any sense for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rules are a little convoluted, but I think I got it.
Like I said, 1 minute 30 seconds on the timer. Let's go with alphabetical. So Charlie, you'll go first.
All right. I'll just share my screen.
Yep. Share your screen and I'll show it on. I'll show it.
Let me figure this out. Okay. Is that working?
Hold on.
Not seeing anything.
Like I said,
yet.
it's just taking its time. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
Right. So, like I said, it's me and WoopDoo who are guessing. Like I said, 1 point if you guess the object, but you get another point if you know what object show they're from. If that makes sense.
Okay. I'm a bit rusty with the drawing tablet. All right.
Fair enough. Alrighty, WoopDoo, you ready?
I guess.
All right, start drawing.
Charlie, what about you? Charlie, what about yourself?
I'm starting right now.
All right.
I guess.
Oh shit! Right, start the timer.
Sorry.
Timer starts now. Right,
It's a circle.
How'd you know?
Circles.
Golden TV.
Yeah.
Wait, does this character have a what?
Oh, wait, this is.
Golden Jimmy.
No.
I win. I win.
WoopDoo got it.
Wait, what? WoopDoo got it?
Yes.
What the?
It's my
Nope.
character.
That's cheating.
Is it?
I guess not, honestly.
Sadly, it's not. I did say any object.
Yeah.
You did. It looks
Okay.
really sad because I'm not used to
It's perfect. What are you
It's
talking
really
about?
bad.
So WoopDoo gets 2 points, I believe.
Yes, I
Cheers.
Looks so good.
Alrighty. So Lauren, you're next.
All
Show
right.
your screen share. Also, I'm just gonna while you're getting yourself sorted out, I'm just gonna show Cakebrunch finished drawing. That looks fun. Anyway,
Is it-
You gotta shrink it down and grow it again.
Is it on?
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's there. Right.
All right.
Timer goes 3, 2, 1, begin. Alrighty. Peanut.
No.
No. I thought it would be a peanut. WoopDoo, you're supposed to be guessing an all as well.
I know. I'm trying to
Hi.
think here.
I'm trying to. I keep thinking it's a peanut.
All my characters are gonna be obscure. In some sort.
Is it Popsicle Stick from AIB?
Yep. That's it.
Hey!
You got it.
Hey! I forgot AIB existed for a second.
Oh yeah, AIB is really good.
Yeah, he's really good. I just forget
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
the cast.
Yeah. I think Popsicle Stick is quite funny as well.
All right.
Anyway, back to Cakebrunch. We've got that drawing in the corner. Right, round 2, ready?
Oh gosh.
3, 2, 1, begin.
Ready to take on the world.
Timer started, by the way.
Silver Alvin.
No, it's not Silver Alvin.
And you're just gonna
Okay.
draw stuff from WoopDoo.
It's Party Hat.
Yeah, it's part.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Why are you drawing obscure characters? The point is to guess them.
I'm drawing what I want to draw.
I guess.
Son of a bitch.
All right. This next one, nobody's gonna guess.
Also, I'm gonna say WoopDoo only gets 1 point here because he didn't say what object show they came from. So.
Okay,
So-
it's from Bono. There.
No, too late.
Hey.
Too late, buddy. So.
No.
All right. So currently points are 3 to 2.
Yeah.
I love this little drawing. This is great. This is cute.
This game
no.
is rigged.
It's
All right.
Sorry, you were wanting to say that things are rigged when the last round you just got your fucking points handed to you.
Am
Yeah?
I good to start drawing?
Yeah, on you go.
Yes.
All right, countdown.
Timer's already started.
All right, ready? Here I go.
Okay.
I'm done.
Non-existent from
Nope.
BFDI.
Nope.
Pine cone from Bodo.
Airy for one.
No.
Fuck. Wait,
It's
is
just
there
a
wee
dot.
there? Oh, is it just a dot? Is it
Mhm.
pinecone from Roll of the Objects?
Nope.
I already guessed that.
Oh yeah, true. What the fuck?
I'm trying to think object shows that have really tiny characters just
yeah, I
as a
was gonna
gimmick.
say. What the fuck?
You were on the right track, Andy.
Was I?
Yeah.
Adam from one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay!
It's Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm an
I
Adam.
haven't watched enough of one. I forget that's a character.
One is really good.
I need to watch one.
Yeah. So currently me and Lauren are in the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this game's rigged.
All right, sure, buddy. Right, round 3, Cakebrunch. You ready?
I guess.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh wait, I'm still on the select tool. Okay.
Draw the entire character with the select tool.
No.
Love that.
Use a line.
That's a line.
That's a line.
It's not
Is it knife from
knife
Animate
eye.
Insanity?
Ah,
No, it's it isn't.
Wait, was it knife?
Yeah.
I guess
did
it
say
first.
first. I said it
No,
first, bitch.
I said it. I have a delay.
No, I said it, bitch.
No.
I think Whoop should get the point.
You
You're
don't
ahead
get
of me.
I said it first.
Lauren, you make the call here. Which one of us said it first?
I don't know, man. I think it's a tie.
It's so bad.
Well, then fine.
We'll
I
let
get
the
2
chat
points.
answer. Chat, who said it first between me and WoopDoo?
Say me. I'll be your
No,
friend.
it was me.
I'll say me. I'll be your friend.
I think it was Whoop.
Hold on, I'm gonna just go onto the stream and rewind it. Hold on.
Nah.
I refuse to try.
Time traveling, bro.
Move.
Son of a bitch, we both said it at the same time!
Well, let's
I
just
said it
give
faster.
it. To,
I think I
let's
get
just
it.
give it to WoopDoo.
It's a Whoop.
I have 5 points now. Yay.
Yeah, it's too close to fucking goal.
I win
just
the
give
game.
us-
Me,
can we-
I'm the winner.
Can we just give 1 point each? Was that fair?
Well, it
I don't
doesn't
think you
do
deserve
anything.
1 point.
What?
That just
Either
nullifies
that,
the
or do you want
round.
to just not give any of us the point?
I want to give myself points.
WoopDoo!
We should give Whoop points because I'm not biased.
You're the biased contestant, bro.
No.
Legit, I don't know I legit don't know who said it first. It legit sounds like both me and WoopDoo said it at the exact same time.
Let's just give both people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
fair.
gets 1 point.
Alrighty. Also, just send that to Justin in Twitter real quickly. Just send that to
Why?
Justin in Twitter. Just for the funny.
You
Nice
look like
fly
this.
away.
Anyway, right,
Sometimes
Lauren,
it's
we're hopping back to you.
All right, my
so
turn.
this is the last one. Currently, we're winning by 1 point, so it's anybody's game still.
Nice. All right, here I go.
Sure.
Ready?
Right? Oh shit! Wait! Just get the timer. Fuck. I was trying to figure out that whole debacle that I forgot about the timer. Right, 3, 2, 1, begin. Paper.
Nope.
No.
That's a square.
What the fuck?
That's a rectangle, actually. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, it's a rectangle.
It's Battery from the Battery Show.
No.
What?
Oh man,
Is it Battery from Teapot?
no.
That's
No,
not the right
what?
way.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Battery's the other way around.
Professor
fuck,
Rubber.
Oh, fuck, I think I know who this is. I can't remember the fucking thing.
Maybe if I color it a little bit better. Dude, picking colors in MS Paint is so hard.
I honestly don't know who the fuck it is. Is it OJ from Inanimate Insanity?
No. How is this OJ?
No, I just wanted to say something funny.
The first two yellow rectangles I can think of from object shows are Yellow Pages and Professor Rubber from Modern Objects.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've done all I can do.
I
Good luck.
honestly don't
That's
know.
some cams or something.
I'm glad I'm not guessing.
Time's up. What was it?
Banana juice from Moss.
I haven't watched Moss.
There you go.
Right, so the winner of this was me and Lauren.
Rigged.
Yay, we get bragging
What?
right.
It's rigged.
Also, can we post these? Can we just post all these pictures on Twitter, please?
Mine are really bad. Are you sure?
Yes, post all of them on
Yes.
Twitter. Why not?
They forced me to post them.
You can
Oh,
take a
no.
screenshot of mine and put it on Twitter.
Yeah. If anybody wants the context, come and watch this podcast. So we've got these pictures from Charlie, and then we've got these pictures from Lauren.
He was forced to draw object show characters when he was 6.
Fair.
I was forced to draw object characters when I was 6.
This is so sad.
Somebody's just in chat, right? Demand rematch. Demand rematch.
Rigged.
I agree, it's also rigged, but you know, it's in the past now. We have to move
Right, I'm
on.
gonna swap me and Lauren back around now. But how was that for a small game of Pictionary?
That was,
That was
nice.
fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, I honestly don't know who said knife between the two of us. Like, that was like too fucking close to call.
Lauren had a good strategy of picking like characters from the shows that had like unnecessarily large casts because it's hard to remember specifics.
I think that's what Lauren went for, to be honest.
I like the fake outs.
Yeah.
I should have just exclusively drawn characters from Whoop Show. It would have worked.
It would have worked.
It wasn't against the rules.
That's
It
true.
wasn't against the rules. You could have done more from that show if you wanted. Never
It
stayed
could have been Silver Albin.
You could have been really fucking bitchy about that one.
The shaved
Anyway.
watermelon.
Anyway, I'm going to put this banner back on screen for now. We've got half an hour, so I'm going to finish these questions I've got here. Let the fans go ask their questions, and then we'll finish up. Alrighty?
All right.
So currently, so this is going to be questions for all of you now. So currently, from the time you guys have been in the community before and then now, what do you think is the biggest change to the community? Let's
Do
go with
you want us to
let's
say
go with
something
WoopDoo.
positive or
It's up to you.
Hmm.
You can say something negative if you want. You can do both.
because like to be completely fair, like in the time that I've been in the community, a lot of it has become a lot less about, you know, making an object show just for fun, and it's more about like trying to put out the highest quality product imaginable. And if you don't, then there's going to be a bunch of people that get onto you for it. But really, it should just be about doing what you want to for fun, you know? I miss when people could just make a silly cartoon on the internet and not be judged for the stupid inconsistencies because it's just a dumb cartoon for fun. Like there are some shows that treat themselves too seriously, and then that brings them to their demise.
I feel like that's kind of true. It's also good to like want to make like something that looks really good, though.
You're obviously allowed to want to make something good, but also I feel like a lot of the magic of like the older days of the community where people
were good when there's just like a lot of object shows like coming out. People are just making content.
Mm-hmm. As long as you're having fun with your work and you're not pushing yourself to make an object show just because you want to, I don't know, get clout in the community or whatever. Like one of my favorite object shows right now is the infamous object show, which is very carefree with pretty much everything it does, and I love that about it. It never takes itself too seriously, and it has a very, very crude animation style, and I love it.
That boy YT, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
I think one of the biggest things to happen to the community is probably BFB, post BFB, I would say. I think
definitely.
That definitely kind of rocked the boat a little bit in with Teapot, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Like ever since the split happened, there have been a lot more people discovering BFDI as a whole because of the amount of more content that's been pumping out.
Yeah,
and it's led to very fast growth in the community within just the past year.
I mean, I think
it's so weird to see so many people that are just joining and they can say, "Oh, I joined like this year or the last year, and I've been here since 2014." And I'm like,
"Oh man, yeah." So,
I've been here since late 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I've really liked the shift away from like competition shows being the only thing you can do with object shows. That's been really nice to see.
I mean, Lauren's already proved that if you can do an object show without it being a competition show, so get props to that.
You can do anything, man. With them, it's a really diverse medium.
Yeah, like competition show and objects don't have to like be interlinked. They can be different. It's cool.
Going back to the infamous object show, it has a competition, but it really doesn't focus on that. It just does whatever it wants. And, like I think they've only gotten like one challenge done or something, and it's in 4 episodes.
Sorry, I think one of the trends that we're starting to see a lot more though is that like we're starting to see like one object show do an idea get popular, and now more people are starting to do it because like obviously it happened with BFDI where it's done like 60 characters, so now we're starting to see more people doing 60 characters in the same style and stuff like that. And then you've also got the Daily Object Show, who's basically uploading like an episode a day. And you're now starting to see more people doing it, like the 15-minute object show, WoopDoo. And then like everybody else doing the same thing. I think it's starting to become more trendy to the fact that there's a lot more like more shows that are starting to come out, get trendy, and then more people want to get on that train of clout, if that makes sense.
Well, the community's always sort of been focused on like, oh, this one thing becomes popular and now everybody's doing it because they got inspired by that one thing. It's always been a thing, and that's why the community exists in the first place, because we all got the idea from BFDI and just kind of went from there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people start shouting at each other, just like, it's like, you copied this show because of this, like, you copied that show because of that. And then, like, can we just talk about the fact that Inanimate Insanity didn't came about because they copied BFDI? So, in reality, who copied who?
They're all just BFDI spin-offs to a certain degree.
So shut up.
Feel like an artist. Yep.
It feels like an artist.
Like stealing like an artist. It's like a phrase or whatever.
I mean, Cakebrunch, have you ever been caught thievery of, copying a different artist?
That's happened with people copying my style.
No!
Pieces that I've done. People have traced and stolen my stuff a lot. No. It's interesting.
No, it's a sign. It's the best form of flattery.
I guess I don't like it, but I guess.
Oh no.
Like,
I
don't
mean,
mind
flat
people
out
thinking-
plagiarism is a whole other thing, but inspiration is nice.
Inspiration is one thing. If someone's like, "Oh, I was inspired by something that Charlie did," I'm like, "Wow, I love you, thank you, that's awesome." But if they're just like tracing it or doing the exact same thing, it's definitely different. There's a line.
Yeah.
I've seen
mean,
both.
Here's a small question for Cakebrunch here. Have you ever considered about making your own object show before?
I
yes, he
has. There's obviously like I can't animate, but I can write and design things. I do have an idea for like a few shows, but I don't know if I'd ever have like the time to do them or like be able to get the people to help make them and such. But I have thought about it, you know? It would be
Fair
fun.
enough.
I am the people that will help you make
I
them.
know you're the people, but
I
I
mean,
am
you could
the
always-
people.
I mean, what you could have always done is just do like what you did with Inanimate Comics and just turn your object show into. Like,
Yeah,
a
I have
comic.
thought about making like an original object comic. Maybe.
People would love to see that.
I
Yeah.
would read it.
Yeah, that's like
And then,
more.
you know-
That's
And
like
then you know,
more-
like if you've got your own channel, like just do official dubs of it and just get voice actors to do dubs over it. So
Yeah, maybe that kind of like goes into like expanding the medium and all. I've seen like a few more object comics, which has been really neat to see.
yeah. All right. Ace, next question is for both Lauren and WoopDoo. Because obviously you can't really answer this yourself, Charlie.
Yeah.
So with making an object show or a show in general, what is like your favorite part of making it?
Oh
let's-
man. There's a lot of good parts to making an object show. I really enjoy writing. I think writing is really fun, but I think my favorite part of making an object show is like definitely creating the characters. Y'all know me as that the quote unquote asset god, and it's just because I've made a lot of like object show characters, you know. But I really like making assets, so that's always fun. Animating's always fun, but it can get a little tiring sometimes, you know. You're up at like 3 a.m. putting together a scene, just want to finish it, get it over with.
Yep.
But no, I like writing and I like making how the show looks. That's my favorite part.
My favorite part has got to be post-production editing, because it is so much fun to just have all of this work that the entire team's put together and just string it all together into one final product and see how everything's turned out. Like editing for open source objects in particular, both times I've done it and this next time that I will be doing it for episode 5. It's just so much fun to see all of these different things that the massive team of people has put together and just string it all together and put in the music and just have everything. It just feels like it's just a lot of fun. And I've just generally always really enjoyed video editing ever since I was like 10. So it's just nice to do. And I wish that I made my own content more frequently so that I could do more of that. But, you know, in recent years, I've sort of lost the drive to like actually dedicate myself to an object show, but that's sort of coming back now with season 4 of TFMOS. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Just going to give a small clap to that. Alrighty. So for all of you, even though Charlie doesn't animate a show, you can still answer this if you want. To anybody who's inspired to make their own object show, what advice would you give to them?
Make it.
Make it.
Just pull ahead, man. Just stay motivated. Even if you think like it's not going to get a lot of views or something like that, let me tell you, it's like one of the best feelings to like read a comment section on an object show, and then anybody will watch anything, right? Like, especially in the object show community, you put out an object show, like it's gonna be fine, you know. Like, just make an object show, go for it. Like, how you make the community live is like through content. So if you're working on an object show, yeah, keep working at it, man. You'll get there.
Alrighty.
I would say that too, because like motivation has always been a really big problem with creators in this community, and like obviously that's understandable with everyone having real life things going on as well. But there have been so many object shows that they just have an intro posted online, and then that's it. You don't see anything else come of it. Maybe like a sneak peek or two, but that's about it. And then there's the other object shows that get canceled after 2 episodes. I can name several that have fallen under that specific category. But just try and keep your head up with all of it. And, you know, even if it takes a while, you can still put out a good product.
Yeah. I guess my advice, and like I can't give anything too specific since I haven't, worked on an actual show, but I guess it's just more like for doing creative things that you're not like even maybe being paid for. If you're just doing it for fun, you should be having fun if you're making something, and especially like an object show when you're first starting out probably isn't going to be for money. So you should be doing something that you enjoy and not just out of obligation to make a show because you're in the community.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're thinking about like making money out of this community, I wouldn't bother doing that. Because at the end of the day, this community is only meant to be for fun anyway. I mean,
yeah.
I know these guys get paid for doing what they do, but I don't think that's like the best way to make money. I think obviously if you're going to do something, like do something because you want to do it for fun and not for like getting profit out of it.
Yeah.
So,
if you're not Jack and Jellyfy, it's hard to make a living off of object shows.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Definitely should be doing it if
you're not Michael
fun.
or Carrie.
Anyway, we've got 2 more questions left. We'll get into the live chat questions. So next question I'm going to ask, this is for Loren.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going back to After Schooligans. What should we expect for this new show of yours?
Well, it's like there's no like good roadmap for where After Schooligans is going. It's very much just I will make episodes when I feel like it, and I don't know how many episodes there are gonna be. There's gonna be at least I have the two next episodes I know for sure are planned. Like I understand fully what I'm gonna be doing. But after that, it's kind of like I don't know where I'm gonna take the series. It's very much just gonna be like I will write what I feel like I'm gonna write. But yeah, there could be anywhere from like 5 to like 7 episodes. It's not gonna like there's not gonna be like 30 episodes or anything like that. That's like way too much for like the little tiny series I want to create with these characters. But yeah, there's definitely gonna be more content. Episode 1 is not the only episode that is gonna be out. I gotta introduce like more of the characters, like Sharpener and Mini Eraser and all those characters only said like 1 to 2 lines. They're gonna speak a little bit more than that. And then there's some other stuff going on with that after credit scene I put in at the end too. But yeah, definitely expect like more content for sure.
All right. And our last question is for all of you again. What are you planning to do for the future of not only being in the community, but for basically for your future in general? So, Charlie, you can go first.
Oh gosh, in general, that's
yeah,
quite the question. I guess just for object shows, I'm still making volume 2 of Inanimate Comics, so look forward to that. I guess. I mean, for my life, I do want to like go to college. I guess. Then do graphic design. That's that's very
nice.
Big question. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess for me, like a lot of the things that I'm doing is like I definitely within the future of my life, because that's such a very broad question. I definitely want to expand my music career much more. I very recently purchased like an actual live DJ controller so that I can learn how to do things with that. And And just in the community, I hope to stay in it as long as I can and help still contribute to the ecosystem, I guess. If Jack and Jill, if he's gonna do a season 3, I'm hopeful that maybe I can be a part of that. I mean, not season 3, season 6. Season 6. If they're gonna do season 6, I was thinking II also. They're doing season 3. II season 3. I hope to continue to be a part of that. Obviously,
Yeah.
Jack and Jill, if he does a season 6, I hope to be a part of that. I'm not sure.
All right, and Lauren.
Well, I know that I'm gonna be I'm gonna be here until I'm probably gonna be a part of the OSC until I'm like
Until it's gone.
Until it's gone, until it burns to the ground, or until I die, man. I'm sticking here for a while, even when I'm like in the like actual animation like industry, working on like bigger cartoons than this one. But I know for sure I'm gonna be working on After Schooligans until I'm happy with where it is as a series, and then I know I don't want to stop working on Object Filler again until we put out a lot of content for that. We are working on episode 5. It's just taking a little been taking a little bit longer than me and Diamond would have wanted to for the series, but we're still on it. We're still on it. Just as long as we haven't canceled it. I know it's definitely like, I don't think we'll ever cancel it. I think we'll just like keep it on the back burner until we get everything out. So yeah. That's what my roadmap's looking for in terms of me being in the OSC.
Alrighty, well, hold on. We're going to go back into our questions now from the live chat. Ask
bad ones.
This is for WoopDoo. WoopDoo, what is your BFB voice actors and animations? I don't get it. I guess
they're just asking about the things that I have contributed to BFB, because like
I think so.
In terms of voice acting, I've only in show I've only voiced Clip, and that was a one-line thing. But maybe they'll do more with them in the future. I would appreciate it if they did. But and then there's also 5, who was in the Thanks for 900K video. And I'm not sure if they're going to do another one of those subspecials for when they hit 1 million, but I would assume they would, because that's a pretty big milestone.
That is a milestone.
So hopefully I can reprise that role for that too. And as for animation, I pretty much contributed to every single project that they did that I could, like including a lot of the different shorts and stuff. The 2 characters I was never able to animate well was 4 and X. So I never really did much with them. I animated X once and did 4 in the Among Us short, but that's about it.
All righty. Our next question is from Artificial Deluxe, aka AD. Question for all: what is your favorite thing about working on an object show or your own? Lauren and WoopDoo have already answered this, I believe. So Charlie, what's your favorite part in working on Inanimate Comics?
Oh, man, I guess that is what I don't know. I like a lot of parts of it. No, I like a lot of parts of them. There absolutely is when I like finally get it done and I get to post it and everyone's like, that's a comic. I'm like, thank you. I do like getting to write it and working with the crew to be like, to make it, good. Also, like, the sketches are really fun to do because I get to like format all the panels, find out like how big they are, how I can fit the speech bubbles into them. That's all really fun. I don't know. I also just like the one moment where like I haven't necessarily finished the whole thing, but I've maybe like finished a few panels and I think they look really good, and I'm like, I'm proud of this. I made that, and that's a really cool feeling. I like making them.
Alrighty. Next question: what is your favorite non-object cartoon? This is for everybody.
I feel like we already answered that one.
I mean, overall,
it's Cartoon Network.
I mean,
well, we answered Cartoon Network specifically.
Oh, Cartoon Network.
Yeah, we should do overall for this one.
Well, my answer hasn't changed.
Fair enough. What about you two then?
I think Wander Over Yonder is probably my favorite. I love it so much. It's just really
Don't
good
remind
and
me of
fun.
that. I want a season 3 so badly.
Me too. It's just a really gorgeous cartoon. Very fun times. I also like Phineas and Ferb and Emilia Murphy's Law. Those are fun. I enjoy them.
This is tough to answer because I haven't really like established my list of favorite cartoons, but like, I mean,
Cakebrunch is just disconnected.
Oh.
It's fine. Don't worry.
well,
He'll
he'll probably be back.
He'll be back soon.
But I mean, so many of the cartoons that have left impacts on me have just been about talking objects. It starts off with VeggieTales, and it goes into Annoying Orange, and then it goes into I. So, I mean, yeah. I guess I could say VeggieTales. Yeah.
Fair enough. As for me, I'm gonna go with old school Nickelodeon. So, Invader Zim.
Very good pick.
If
we want to say favorite Nicktoon, Making Fiends is definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
Got heavily mistreated by the network. I feel like it deserves so much better, and the web series is very charming as well.
I actually forgot Making Fiends was an actual like show before till like something came on the internet, and I was like, oh yeah, this.
It's so good. I love it so much.
Anyway, next question. I don't know if you guys can answer this. If you can't, then just let me know. But somebody's asked, how did Yellow Angaru get involved in Inanimate Insanity and the Invitational?
I think it just kind of happened. Like Taylor knows Yellow, and
like we.
Yeah, like to be fair, you guys don't have any involvement of them getting in anyway. It's
I think I'm pretty sure like Taylor and Adam needed somebody for backgrounds, and they'd worked with Yellow before. Also, I'm pretty sure Charlie's back.
Is my mic working? Okay.
Yeah, your mic's working.
They had worked with Yellow before on like the shorts. I think is where Yellow.
I don't think Yellow did anything for the short.
I'm pretty sure Yellow did the backgrounds for the first short. And then they just kind of like were hired for season 3, and I think they did a really good job. I really liked the backgrounds. Also
animated one scene with goo, and it looked nice.
Yeah.
We've already answered this question. Sorry. But someone's asked question, have you seen Object O'Clock? I have no idea, so no.
Object O'Clock? That rings a bell.
That sounds familiar, but for the wrong reasons.
I don't know if Lauren was like intentionally making a pun there or not, but
I actually, yes, I have seen Objects O'Clock. This show it's really funny. It's really funny, but I feel like it's not trying to be funny. There's a lot of like faux 3D moments in there. But like I keep making more episodes. Whoever makes this, like it's a good show, but man, it's really good. It's like really funny to just like watch. I would definitely.
I have incredibly mixed feelings about it because I have mixed feelings about the creator because we haven't had the best history, and also I think like some pretty problematic individuals still work on the show.
Oh, that sucks.
But yeah, like, I guess it's fine. I've seen clips of it. It's really tough to follow, but it's fine.
That's why I like it.
Alrighty, and that's currently all the questions we have. I'm just scrolling back in case we did get another question. Hold on. Someone asked if you like Gumball, Lauren. Forgot to see that one.
I like Gumball. Gumball's fine.
Gumball's good.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much all the questions then. About time as well, because we've only got like 5 minutes left anyway. So
Last
Yeah.
5 minutes, people put any chat, post any questions you have left. We're gonna be gone soon, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good freaking
You
bye.
do that, but if you guys have got any questions for me, you can ask now and I'll answer.
How are you?
Hey, how are you, Andy?
I'm fantastic. I'm here with my best pals.
Good to hear.
Totally. No, but
Hey, Charlie, how are you?
I'm doing all right,
Charlie.
WoopDoo. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Lauren?
I'm just awful, actually.
Oh, okay. Sorry to
good
hear
to
that.
Are you dying currently?
Yeah.
Yes.
See that cough of yours? If you're going to continue coughing, then die faster.
What?
No,
Whoa.
WoopDoo, you need to fail faster, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we've got more questions coming in chat now. Thoughts on object shows having original soundtracks? This is no
Baller. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I love
Yes,
original
more.
soundtracks.
I need it more.
John Meadis is my hero. It's so baller. It's good. I like it a
I
lot.
honestly
Love
love object shows having original soundtracks, and I really want to get some for my own show. So yeah.
All I want
Um,
is them to be officially released on any physical media because I have a physical album collection and I want something. I really want to like own the BFB soundtrack on a vinyl or whatever. But every
Oh,
time I
that would be
mention
cool.
it
Oh,
in the
man,
BFB crew chat,
Having the BFB soundtrack like as a physical, like tangible item would
so
be
cool.
that would be
That would
great.
be cool.
CD would be
every
so
time I
cool.
mention it in the BFB chat, I get
Um,
overlooked.
Put it in caps lock.
Question: how did you make your OCs?
I didn't.
I drew on I drew on school supplies as a child.
I like to draw, so I made it my OCA crayon. Thank you.
My main object Sona, I didn't actually make. I just kind of stole it for my joke show and then turned him into my main character.
Nice.
I'm saying what you guys talking about. I never made my character. I am the character. Anyway, next question. Question for all. What are your guys' favorite total drama characters?
Mm.
I like Noah.
Yeah, I'd have to say Noah.
Noah's really good.
Noah's good.
Yeah.
I like Noah.
Glad we can all
Consensus.
agree.
Yeah.
Because
but
anytime I put a hot take about total drama characters on Twitter, someone like Skylar will just ratio me.
I mean, to be
Bagel
fair,
bites.
I mean, we already know what the worst season of Total Drama is. Pocket
Oh yeah.
But yeah, quite also
Pocket
said
2
that,
Island was fine. That's my take.
It wasn't as good, but All Stars was a dumpster fire in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I'll agree with
A
that.
lot of characters got derailed. It was bad. Also, Quedas said that EEE songs are really good. They really are.
Yes, huge shout out to Webbs for all of the work that he put into EE with every aspect of it. It's very well put together. Ended on a very strong note.
All right, and Charlie, explain your love for Pickle.
What? What the?
The genius of Pickle Eye.
Okay, like I know it's silly. I don't know. I like have a tendency to really like underrated characters that don't get much development. So I'm like, I'll do it myself. I don't know. I just think that his whole emotional thing with like I'm gonna deal with really not having his best friend and just kind of being alone, dealing with that. I don't know. I just think he's really neat, even though he hasn't been explored much. He's good and green, and he's very hard to draw, but that's okay.
Fair
He's
enough.
good.
Alrighty, well that seems to be the last question, and I think that's a good place to end it off. So, with that being said, I'm going to take this banner off the screen now, because that's us. But yeah, so thank you guys for coming on today.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us,
for having
bro.
A good time.
Yeah, it's
All right.
awesome.
Alrighty, so I'm going to say that you guys will have 10 seconds to plug anything you want before being dragged down to hell. WoopDoo, you're first.
Buy my music on Bandcamp.
Good enough. Right. Lauren, you're next.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter at LorenTzel and LorenTzel on YouTube. Woo!
Alrighty, and then Charlie, you've got 10 seconds.
Don't forget that Minecraft is canonical in the Inanimate Insanity universe. Cheesy had a commercial for Cheesecraft, and that means he's canonically a Minecrafter. We'll bring it back. Cheesecraft will be...
Charlie! I'm sorry. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I need a cake a second here before finishing. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Want to get a round of applause in the chat real quickly for Charlie, Lauren, and WoopDoo for being here. Can we get a round of applause, please? So please put it in chat. Just want to say thank you for all three for appearing. They didn't need to, although I'm pretty sure that we had a fun time, and you know, it was a great way to end things off. You guys are right. Just want to promote two things real quickly. I just want to promote AD's advertisements, as he's planning to do an episode today as well. And then I also want to plug in ArcSim's TGOG, as I'm part of that season. I'm currently in top 3 for that. Just wanted to plug those in because I've been trying to find a way to plug them in for a while, but I couldn't tell. I'll probably put a link in the description for both soon. Don't expect them to be in the description right now. Probably give it a day before you get the links in there. But yeah. Thank you everybody for joining in. Next week we'll be having a episode with someone who's probably from space. That's all I'm going to give. That's all I'm going to be giving a clue to. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for joining in. This has been Chillin' Like a Villain episode 11, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.